Hi everyone, today I want to introduce this piece by Vieuxtemps for viola and piano called Élégie. And this piece I thought of playing for you on 9/11, so on September 11th, just to give you a gift of peace to grieve. And this piece is just really beautifully expressed the sorrow and lament in its own reflection. So I wanted to not only just play, but really take you to the journey of my storytelling, how I discovered this composer's intention, or it could be mixed with my interpretation of how I look at the notes and how I really feel about certain lines. And he composed so many amazing virtuosic violin concertos, and also this elegy, I can tell from his biography that he took this piece very close to his heart. Whenever he was celebrating or putting up a concert, last concert, a farewell concert, he always put this piece in the program. Even though at that time it was not so well received, but he played it on his viola, and there were people who were very, very touched by it. So I want to play this piece, and I want to introduce how this composer went through, expressed the journey of grieving through his piece called Élégie. So this is F minor. It starts with F minor, and it's a piece for viola and piano. So now pianist is missing, but I am going to play with a pianist sometime soon, and wanted to just storytell first before I play through with the pianist. So I will explain a little bit of how it's starting. So it starts with F minor with dominant chord, and it starts with eighth notes, just very calm but dark. And there's pum, 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 pum on the pianist's left hand. It sounds like there's a dark mood, and the eighth note that is keep sounding, it sounds like heartbeat that is very steady and quiet, but it's very sad, and it just keeps changing. It's very mysterious mood that he's setting on. And then viola is playing the melody above that, and it sounds like this person is reflecting on his loss, and he is alone. He's very feeling very lonely. And then it starts with the C, which is dominant of F minor. So this is the first phrase that he's singing. And when he is expressing through this steady note and then dotted rhythm with semitone, this feels like pain that he's expressing. And then he's like hoping for something. A long sigh or silent. Well, there's no hope here. Now, this is sort of a theme that keeps coming throughout this piece that I feel like it's representing a pain. So it has this swell, fortsandoing. The emphasis is on this D flat. Right, so pain is growing. So C string is the lowest string on viola, and like this F minor, I can see the reason why he wrote this piece in F minor, because C is the dominant, and this C is the main cornerstone of F minor that just keeps coming back, either at the peak of the pain or at the deepest sorrow that this person is just like desperately going down. So and then very vulnerable expression. Now he is singing and also explaining things, why he is sad, why it's not working out, why. I can't understand. And then pain. So what happens during this melody is that the piano is playing this variation of this rhythm and the interval throughout the song that he is expressing. So it's underneath, that pain is underneath, and then this person is crying out and explaining the reason why he feels so sad and excuses the conditions and what's happening around him, what he is feeling. And then now this person, now piano is playing that pain, and then so here, that was the peak, that si-tam, ti-ram, para. So until then, this person is just growing his pain and really going deep into his sorrow. And this pianist is with him, feeling the pain together. And then like it gets to the peak together with this heavy right hand chords, and then the pain that's going on the left hand of the pianist. And then this person is exploding at the peak of this C. Now, pianist is singing for the first time with this person just sitting there because he just used up his all energy into expression of his feeling. And now piano is playing. That's the piano's melody, and then viola is playing this. And then what happens after that, I feel like, after having this time, space with someone else, really listening to him and being there with him in his pain, and also telling a story of maybe his sad story, or just kind of reflecting what he shared with him. What changes is that he was listening. Rising up. So this is something that kind of changed his story. So this is the moment that the F minor becomes A flat major. And then the static rhythm, which was the expression of sorrow and pain, becomes more of forward motion that kind of drives him forward, like it's like march. And then, so like after this kind of like triumphant song that he's singing with more hope, piano is underneath playing on arpeggios. It's not like painful pattern or dotted rhythm or any pattern of the heartbeat. It's more of like flowing motion. And after that triumphant song, so this is going to repeat again, but here I feel like this person is looking at the story in a little bit of different angle. Throughout this process of grieving, he was able to come out of it and see the positive side of it, what brought him through that experience, what was given to him through that difficult experience, that sorrowful experience, and he's being able to see that and being able to express that. But then the pain is still there. Pain is not just gone. More of expectation. So this is the middle part that's very sad and more expressive in that way. And there's a piano, like arpeggios going all over. It's more intense feeling of that sadness that is continuing. And then after that, this person is, again, it's the same melody that is beginning the piece, but octave higher. Vulnerable. But this time, when he was starting this journey, he was alone, he felt alone. But then this time, there is a pianist, again, playing the chords, and also this melody is just keep going underneath this song that he's singing. Pain. And then now, this is where the change happens again. So it's getting, actually, it's growing. The emotion is growing and piling up. And this C is becoming more of cornerstone of something is very grounding this person. And so let me see how this, so it feels like F major. Pom pom. So, because the pianist is playing, right? So, remember that when the theme came back, this was the theme that is like more agitating pain. And then it became, so it's brighter. And then the chord changes like in brighter manner that sounds like F major. So that's why this dominant feels not sad anymore. It feels more like grounding source because it's major. So it was F major for that moment, but it comes back to F minor, of course, because it's ending with a turmoil. So explosion of expression here. So now this person is just going crazy. This is how it ends. So just non-stop turmoil that this person is going, and then the pianist is just supporting that turmoil with very steady dominant and chords that is just supporting this person. And then explosion at the end. So personally, viola playing is actually more energy consuming than violin playing because it's bigger, it's a little heavier, and I have to work a little harder on both arms. So at the end, I'm like exhausted. But this was just a explanation of my storytelling I came up with throughout practicing this piece and getting to know more about how I want to convey this feeling that the composer was in, maybe. And my message for you is that it is okay to express our sadness. It is okay to express some anger. It is okay to express some frustration as long as we're not harming others by doing so. Just if you are in a safe container, safe with safe people, or even just with you and your God, somewhere you feel safe to express your feelings or writing down journal about it. There is always someone who is listening to you and being there for you, feeling the feeling that you're feeling and validating with you and just sitting there with you, and that can actually change your life because that brings healing to you. And when you are healed, you are no more affected by the negative experiences or negative toxic energy that was coming at you. So hope that this was encouraging and inspiring for you, and I will play this piece with my pianist friend who played this piece 4 years ago with me during the summer, and hope to give this piece to you as a whole performance. Thank you so much for watching.